Taurus, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope you guys had a good start to your week. I hope you had a good weekend. And I hope the handful of you that are celebrating the last day or two of Taurus have a happy birthday. Happy birthday to all Tauruses. Okay, Taurus, this is your Taurus and Virgo sitting in a tree. Kissing. We do 3 for recent past, 3 cards for current energy, 3 for future energy, 2 for overall energy, and 3 for guidance from the universe. At the end of this, I will pull 1 card from each of the oracle decks. If you're interested in knowing not talking tonight. If you're interested in knowing what decks I'm using, please read below. Thank you to all of you that have liked, shared, and subscribed. And thank you to those who will. Alright, 2 more shuffles, Taurus. This is for Taurus and Virgo. Sitting in a tree, Kissing. Alright, and a reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. Let's see what we got going on here, Taurus, with your Virgo. So at the bottom of the deck, oh, looky there. Looky. Oh, why is my screen so... Okay, that's better. So the 6 of Cups, I'm sorry, I had to wipe that off. It was looking a little fuzzy. That's at the bottom. The Queen of Cups is the second card at the bottom. I promise you the Queen will explain herself when she's ready. So let's see what we got going on, Taurus, with your Virgo. So for your recent past, the 6 of Coins, Tower card, 4 Swords, my goodness. For your current energy, we've got the King of Cups, the Queen of Wands, 5 of Cups, and for your future energy, the 3 of Swords, the 10 of Coins, and the Justice card. So let me say this right off the rip. This is for a very select few of you. I may come back and do another Taurus and Virgo reading in a couple of weeks so I can see if I can pick up some different energy. But this is a very specific reading for a very specific group of you. And this is all about your little relationship. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo that is very emotional. I'm just looking at the cup cards on the board. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo with a lot of air in their chart, in their natal chart. However, man, oh man, what a mess. So your recent past, it looks like y'all were kicking it and y'all were good up until, I'm going to say maybe April, and then all hell broke loose. I don't know, Taurus. I don't know. What? All of us, every last one of us is going through some level of shit on our relationships. Oh my goodness. Y'all were rolling hard. And then it's just like you ran the car into a brick wall. And I mean, every piece of the foundation of the relationship crumbled thoroughly. From that point, Taurus, you decided to take a much needed mental break from your Virgo because it was just too much. And I feel it. It's just like you're stunned. I know there was some third party energy here because not just from looking at the board, I can feel the undercurrent of that. And so Taurus, it feels like you were kind of left in the dark while your Virgo was out doing some of this, that, and the other. Your current energy, well, rightfully so, Taurus. You're in your cups right now. You are in your fucking emotions because you don't understand what the fuck happened. You all rolling hard. Boom. I'd be drinking right about now too, I'm just saying. And Taurus, it's okay I know sometimes we feel like we have to be just overly stoic on some shit. Yeah, really, if you done got your feelings crushed because your partner did some old fucked up shit with some office bunny at work, well, yeah, not too extreme. Don't let this get too extreme, Taurus. Don't get in here and get stuck. And not only on the physical plane as far as what you're doing, mentally, don't get stuck and don't let your emotions get you stuck because of some bullshit. Because at the end of the day, if your Virgo could not treat you right or the way you wanted them to treat you, and let me back this up, it could be the Taurus that acted a stone fool, but that's not the energy I'm getting right now. It might be a few of you Virgos gonna hit me up. It wasn't me. It was all sticky Taurus. Yeah, it could well be, but this is definitely more feeling from the Taurus. It feels like the Virgo kind of just is cold and like, fuck it. Well, I didn't win this one, so whatever. Move along. And this is why you're feeling like this, Taurus. I get it. With the Queen of Wands being in the middle, really about the sneak up on you energy. It is really about that. And in this deck, this is one of the meanings of this card. It's that energy that kind of just creeps up on you. And if I had it to say, I would say, Taurus, it feels like all of this shit is just creeping up on you. This is your challenge card too, to not be here, to not feel overwhelmed because you feel like you've been blindsided. And that's hard because when, if any of you've ever been in a car crash and you've been T-boned and you didn't see it coming, or you were hit from behind and didn't know it was coming, you looked up 1 minute, nobody was there, you look back and there's like 10 cars all piled up and one of them is in the back of your car, it's that energy where you saw something 1 minute, you turned around the next, and bam, rolling down the highway to a damn earthquake. It is just this energy. That the Queen of Wands is sitting below the tower is not a mistake. The tower definitely was a life impacting situation for you, Taurus. This Queen of Wands, you got to get past that energy. I don't know how else to say it. I know you feel overwhelmed. I know you feel blindsided. But if you stay stuck in that misery with these cups right here, them damn emotions, you're not going to be able to move forward. You are not going to be able to move forward. In your current energy with the Three of Swords there, you're going to revisit, and I said this in another reading yesterday, I don't remember which it was, but you're going to revisit this whole little incident. It's going to come back some way. The Virgo's either going to step back into the picture. And this is not long-term energy. This is for those of you that may have been living together. This may be the end of it where your partner's coming to get this shit. And it's just those moments of having to be there and looking at that person is going to make you just throw you right back into this again. So, and we're going right back to that sneak up on you energy, because when this happens, and again, I'm only talking to a few of you, I'm not talking to everybody. When this happens, you are again going to feel like you've been T-boned and totally blindsided, and you see this shit coming at all. You looked up, person behind you was 5 miles away, you look back up and they sitting in your back seat, and the trunk of your car is just jacked up. Yeah, and it's going to hit you. Now that I'm telling you, maybe you'll be prepared for it, maybe you won't, I don't know. A lot depends on what you need to get out of this situation. For some of you, it may be that very thing about being blindsided and being so damn loyal that you don't see stuff. I'm guilty. I'm just saying, Taurus. And that's resonating, so it's got to be some truth there for somebody. You're going to revisit this, it's going to come out the blue. You know, you think old boy or old girl gonna come and just get their shit, and somehow another conversation or something gets started, and it just throws you. It's just not even. I don't want to say angry, but it's not really even an angry confrontation. It's just the fact that you were there. There may be very minimal things said, but it'll be enough, Taurus, to throw you right back into a tailspin. Go find your damn friends. The people that make the rainbows and coins and shit. Go find your friends, Taurus. And if you read what I wrote up there, old friends, oh no, my lights funky in here tonight, but old friends bring gifts. Let these people heal you, Taurus. Quit being such a stubborn ass and go hang out for a minute. It's not going to kill you. I know you would rather sit in your misery and lay out in the grass and just weep and cry and be miserable, but I'm sorry, you can't do that. And once again, we come back to this, another relationship where you've got to put some balance back into the perspective so you can learn what you need to learn, Taurus. Take responsibility for your actions. This is also resonating for very, very few of you that may be married and divorcing your Virgo. You're going to have some legal things more than usual that you're going to have to sort out. So if you have a lot of property, you got a lot of assets, you got a lot of kids, you got a lot of money floating around, it's going to be a long, drawn-out process. Know that. Those of you that are just living together, it should be a fairly balanced process. I guess the only way I know how to say that. It shouldn't be anybody taking anybody's stuff. I don't have that energy. I don't feel that energy at all. So it should be a fairly quick ending to this. But again, dealing with this person at any level is just throwing you and triggering you into all kind of stuff, and it's always catching you off guard. That sneak up on you energy. That's your challenge, Taurus. It's something you're not paying attention to, and stuff. You're either over focused on something or you are completely zoned out. So you know when you're over focused on trying to hear if somebody's walking down the hall behind you, and you're so busy listening, you don't hear them, and then when they walk up on you, you jump. That's what I'm talking about. So you're either over focused, Taurus, or you're not focused enough. However that's resonating with you. I have a sense to believe that you were over focused on, you were so busy waiting on the shoe to drop that when it fell, you didn't even realize it was falling. Because again, you went from this to this in a matter of days. So with that said, your challenge is to figure out why this is happening. Because it's not supposed to be happening like that, Taurus. You should not be blindsided to the point that you don't see any of it coming. That you don't see any of it coming. With the Queen of Cups, the second card I pulled out over here. It's the fake and the disingenuous. It's those people that's throwing shade that may have something to do with this breakup. So however that's resonating with you, whoever your former partner was hanging out with, dealing with, people were definitely throwing shade. And because I put this and pulled it in the overall energy, this is kind of like a undercurrent running through, because I can feel it. And you know who these people are, but it's hard for you to wrap your mind around the fact that they would do some of the petty and low down stupid shit they did. I don't think your overall energy is one of reconciliation. You want to not have this happen. You kind of almost want to stick your head in the sand and say, okay, I didn't see that, I didn't hear that, you didn't tell me that. We're gonna just rewind and go in the time machine, and we're not. And Taurus, that's not good. That's not good. This is your energy. You want this reconciliation, and this person is just really full of shit. Period. On top of the fact that you got the fake and phonies, and this is your overall energy. So that's telling me, you know, but you admitting this and dealing with this head on is killing you. And there's no reason for that. There's no reason for that. You, Taurus, if it's over, let it be over. I know we are well known for staying in some shit well past the time we should be out. So it's time to go. It is time to go. Everything sitting here is telling me, shouting in my head, please leave. It's time to go. It's going to be the same thing, more of the same thing. Maybe, for some of you, maybe down the road somewhere, you might want to come back to this, or the other person may have grown up enough to come back to it. But other than that, I would leave this Virgo alone. I think there are things that they aren't telling you about themselves that's causing them to be the kind of person to keep secrets, to not be faithful, just a whole lot of shit. It's just a whole lot of shit. I would definitely step off on this one, and if you ever get to a point where you think you might want to go back, I would only do it without a struggle. So, okay, I'm going to let those fall. If you get to a point in the future, Taurus, with this Virgo, and you think you might want to come back to it, you think this person is capable of redeeming themselves, I would only do it the minute you encounter any kind of block, any kind of struggle. And this is way ahead, but the universe is telling me to tell you this so you know. Any kind of obstacles, any kind of struggle, any kind of anything that's going to make it worth more than it's actually worth, drop it immediately. This is in the future. Because if the change is made, you'll know it, and it won't be a struggle about it. If it hasn't, there will be. So the first card that fell out of this, 3 of them. 10 of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Empress card. And I'll be damned, the same cards popped up in another reading. Somebody's leaving the happy home. So if you, I read reversals, that's what this means. Somebody is leaving a happy home, and the universe is telling you to let them go. I.e., if your Virgo's leaving, let them go. Let them go. Because this is something they need to go through. These are lessons here that everybody needs to learn from. But in particular, whatever path your Virgo is on, you need to just let them go. Like I'm saying, if at some point in the future, you feel like there's a reconciliation there, I would do it again only under knowing there's full change and there's no obstacles or anything. Like I'm saying, anything in the universe is telling me to tell you this. Anything that comes up as a block, anything, they're not spending enough time with you, you don't feel like they're telling you the truth still, whatever, cut it off and let it go. And leave it there permanently. There may be, for some of you, a point in the future where you try to reconcile this relationship. I'm just saying. But if it's not right, if it doesn't feel right, leave it alone. Leave it alone. With the Ace of Swords over here, really about you getting some clarity, Taurus. Some clarity on how you communicate with others and how others communicate with you. And this is really an in your head process, Taurus. You kind of observing how you're communicating, because again, all this shit caught you off guard, and I'm clearly hearing it shouldn't have. There were signs there, and even though they may have been subtle, they were still enough for you to see, and you didn't see. And part of the hurt and the pain that you're feeling right now is because you really weren't paying attention. And you blew a lot of shit off, and it could have been for a variety of reasons. I'm hearing some of you got promoted last year, got jobs, different jobs, bigger jobs. Some of you have more than one job. Some of you going to school. It's a whole variety of things. And there were things being shown to you, but because, put it on being busy. What the hell, I was doing homework. You weren't really focused. And again, it resonates the other way too. So over-focused on waiting on that shoe to drop or waiting on this person to do it, you didn't see it. However it's resonating with you, you need to get some clarity on that. That's going to take you spending some time with you so you can understand why you had your head in the sand at any given point. And it's understandable. For example, if you were going to school and when all this shit was going on, it's understandable, but it's still, we still have to be better in tune and not rely so much on our loyalty. We still need to be better in tune so we can have better relationships. Just because we're earth creatures doesn't mean we are all that in a six-pack. Certainly we are not. And there are things that we need to work on. Our intuition and our paying attention to the right things and knowing when to relax. So the things that need to come to us are things that we need to see. We're open enough and not all tense and tight, looking and waiting on the shoe to drop. Just saying. So universe is telling you, Taurus, you need to take a step back and get some clarity on how you're communicating, how other people communicate with you. Are you being too brash, or do people think you're unapproachable? I'm just saying, it runs the gamut of a whole lot of things. With the Empress here, with all of that goes, do not lose your self-esteem on this shit. It's okay to work and clarify things in your life. That's okay. That doesn't mean you're worthless. Just because this asshole did some old asshole shit doesn't mean that you're worthless. This is their issue, not you. And you just heard me say that. This is about some shit they're going through. Stuff they're not telling you and not communicating to you. It ain't got nothing to do with you rolling around on your swan being beautiful. Fuck that. Universe is saying just that. Fuck that. You are still a soul. And you're still a whole soul. You're not half of nothing. You're not part of nothing. You may be hurt right now, but you do. And this too shall pass. That's life. It's not pretty. I hate to be so damn blunt, but don't lose your worth, your self-worth, because somebody else is an asshole. That doesn't even make any good sense. Let this Virgo go. Like I said, in the future, they decide. And in the future, I'm not talking next week. I'm way down the road, 6 months, a year. Decide you want to see, or if they're coming toward you that I can't see, I don't know how that would go, but I'm hearing it clearly. Any kind of reconciliation on the board, the first sign of struggle, hit the dough. Get in the who ride and roll the fuck out. In the meantime, take care of you. You're beautiful just like you are. You're wonderful just like you are. And just because asshole did asshole shit, let asshole go. That's the best way I know how to put that. There's no reason to have your self-esteem tied up in somebody else's bullshit because they don't know how to manage their problems. And they don't know how to be faithful, and they don't know how to be loyal like you or I. So let it go. And don't lose your self-esteem in that. Let's see what the Oracle cards have for you, Taurus. Spiritual union. See what the other Oracle deck has. Wow. What do you love? Those of you, I know there's a male and a female on here, and it can be anybody, because we all have both energies. We all have male and female energy. But Taurus, you need to connect with somebody that you resonate with on a spiritual level. That's the word that I'm hearing. You need to get with somebody, and I'm not talking about a relationship. I'm talking about to heal the pain from this. You need to get with somebody that's on your level spiritually, whatever that is. If you go to a Baptist church on Sunday and you're there till 6 o'clock and you got friends there, you need to connect with one of them. You go to temple on Saturday, you don't get out till 2, you need to connect with one of them. You go to mosque on Friday, find your friends, connect with one of them. Somebody that can help you heal from the inside, or at least give you some guidance. It may be that you call 1-800-GET-A-PSYCHIC. I don't know. However that's resonating, but you need to find someone where you can make that spiritual connection so they can help you see some things about yourself. I'm just saying. At the end of all of this, and this popped up in another reading yesterday for Taurus, and I don't remember who else, but do what you love, Taurus. You've been through a painful experience, dealing with an asshole. We're just going to call him or her, however it's resonating, the asshole. Virgo, Taurus, whichever way is, go do what you love. If it's going to the library and reading books, if it's going to see the Avengers Endgame for the 50th time, if it's going to the club, if it's going to your aunt's house because she cooks good and you want some comfort food, go do what you love. And just go do what you love so you can heal. Because you're hurt, Taurus, I can feel you're hurt at a different kind of level. And I said this in another, you just hurt it almost to the core. Because again, when you are rolling, and you think everything is wonderful. Oh my God, Christmas couldn't have been any better. Easter was wonderful. And then you get to May Day and everything just goes to shit. Find that person, make that connection with them so you can have some healing. Doesn't have to be the opposite sex. It can be the same sex. Doesn't have to be a priest, a preacher. It can be a psychic. It can be a tarot, whoever. But you need to get with somebody that is spiritually like-minded and have a conversation. Say what's in your heart. Talk about how bad you were treated by an asshole. But do this so they can give you some insight. And if you ask the universe, they'll get you there quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm just saying. And when you get done with all of that, go enjoy yourself. Go do what you love. Whatever that is that you do on a fairly routine, regular basis. Go do it. If it's drinking hot chocolate and sitting in 90-degree heat, damn it, if that's what you love to do, then do it. But start healing. When you add a little sunshine, and sometimes it's incredibly hard to get out of a bed where you know some idiot has hurt you and paste a smile on your damn face and act like ain't shit wrong. However, you're going to have to get to that point anyway, whether it's real or not real. So sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. So go and do what you love. You want to go eat pizza at the train station? Damn it. Go do it. Taurus, I love you so much. If you're having a birthday in the next few hours, happy birthday. What's the day? This is Tuesday, will be the 21st. I think we will have moved into Gemini. So anybody Gemini, family members, happy birthday, Gemini. We are very quickly approaching the season of Gemini. I love you, Taurus. Have a good week, and I will see you soon. Bye, y'all.